Right. So, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening.
Salam. Evening.
So we have Nur Shafika here. Please introduce.
Yes. Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shafika Binti Suhaimi. I'm from DEC 4A, semester 4.
All right. So Shafika, as you are informed, we are conducting a research on our topic, which is problems in conversing in English among students in KPMSI. Right. So tonight I will be asking you a few questions for you to answer based on your experience. All right.
Okay.
So are you ready with the first question?
Yes, I'm ready.
So the first question, do you think it is relevant for students in KPMSI to practice conversing in English in their daily lives, and why is that?
First of all, for DEC students, obviously it's extremely relevant for them to speak in English because we're currently studying English communication, and for other courses, I think it's relevant for them to speak English also because English is one of the most spoken languages in the world, and everyone can speak English. It's their right; they can practice talking in English. So everyone has relevance in talking English anywhere.
I see. Right. Great. So for the next question, do you find it easier to converse in English compared to your native language, and why?
Personally, I do find it easier to converse in English because I grew up in a household that practices speaking English. So whenever there's like holidays or family gatherings, I would be surrounded by cousins and adults and uncles. Yeah, speaking English. So I'm used to it, and it's much more easier for me to express myself in English because I grew up in that kind of environment.
So it's the environment for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So the next one. What is the most dominant problem you faced when conversing in English, and why?
I think everyone can relate to this. Usually whenever speaking in English, like in high school, whenever you speak in English, other people will be like, oh, why are you speaking in English when you're Malay? I think that's the most main issue, that people think that whenever you speak English, you want to show off, when in fact you want to practice your English and just try to improve your own vocabulary and such. So I think people teasing other people talking in English is one of the main problems in why people are afraid to talk in English.
Right. Next question. If a person initiated a conversation with you in English, would you continue the conversation in English, and why?
Yes, I would go with the flow. If that person initiated a conversation starting off with English, then I would continue in English. And if that person switched to Malay, then I would switch to Malay. It just goes with the flow, I think.
Okay. Have you ever experienced other people downgrading you for conversing in English, and why do you think that happened?
Yes, as I said before, whenever I speak in English during high school or earlier back in my middle school days, people would be like, why are you talking in English when you can talk in Malay? I think it's because people lack the awareness and in the encouragement to speak in English wherever, especially in school where kids are learning, and most of the people find it very difficult to. English is one of the most difficult subject other than maths and science. So I think lack of encouragement and lack of exposure is the main issue.
All right. Other than discouragement from people around, what do you think are the other dominant factors that leads to problems in conversing in English among the students?
I think it's probably
vocabulary.
Vocabulary, lack of exposure for vocabulary, a lack of encouragement from friends and people around them about how important English is, because wherever you go, English is the main language for you to speak. And it's also whenever if you want to get a job or further your studies, people would also look about how your English grades are. So I think people are unaware of that, which is why they don't really like take English seriously.
All right. What do you think would be the most practical solution to overcome the problems that occur when conversing in English among students?
I think first of all we need to improve the uh, amount of exposure and awareness spread to the people around us about how important English is, and conduct more events or like classes that are suitable for kids in our generation, not like um, suitable for the 21st kids century's mind, like slides or videos that are for sure to grab the students' attention and not make them think that it's boring or like lose their interest while studying.
Right, next question. How would you improve your English proficiency, like personally?
For me, I love reading, so I've read ever since I was young, and I read a lot of books online. And whenever you read, you would for sure 100% find words that you've never heard or do not understand. So I would I have a small book that I write those words in the book, and then I would write the meaning beside them. Also, watching movies. Watching movies, you would learn, you would naturally learn the sentence structure and how to use a certain words and new slangs or words that are people use in daily lives. So I think those two are the main things that you could do to improve your English.
Right, second last question. Would you recommend your methods of improving your English proficiency to others?
Yes, because everyone loves to watch movies
Yeah.
and reading. Uh, it depends on you because any type of reading would do you good. Like magazines or comics or novels, any type of reading would help you improve your vocabulary and English.
Right. So to the last question, do you think that gender affects the tendency of an individual to converse in English, and why?
Uh, I don't think it affects the. I don't think gender has anything to do with whether you can speak English or not, because as I've said before, English is the most spoken language in the world. Anyone can speak English if you have if you're brave enough, if you are courageous, if you are curious enough to want to learn about English and practice English in your daily lives. I think it's up to you for you to speak English.
All right. So with the last question answered, that marks the end of our interview. So thank you,
Mhm.
Shafika, for having me tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right.